I'm curious how AI exactly is used in warfare, and a lot of people are curious about that too, because the day before the US and Israel launched joint attacks on Iran, President Trump banned Anthropic from federal agencies. He let the War Department have a 6-month phase out period. He said the selfishness of left wing nut jobs running Anthropic, those were his words, is putting American lives at risk, our troops in danger, and our national security in jeopardy. However, reporting did come out that Anthropic's technology was used in the war against Iran. So, in general, how is AI used in warfare?
So the best use of AI in warfare is fusing intelligence. And by that I mean, imagine you're, running the war. You have intelligence coming in from intercepted electronic communications. You have photographic imagery. You have human sources who are filing reports that agents are catching down. And all these kind of things are very hard to put into a common operating picture, to link them all together. Well, AI can do that really well. And so it can look at this huge, huge database of material that would defy any human being or even team of human beings to look at and make all the connections you need to identify, hey, this person could be a terrorist, or this is someone worth looking after, or there's suspicious activity here. And it can look at financial records, again, imagery, intercepted communications, human intelligence reports, all that. That's a great use of it. And that's how they're using it. I think Claude is helping identify targets by looking at all these intelligence sources and saying, like, hey, this is a target. This is where the IRGC or the Iranian government might be. That's a great use of it. And that's a common use of it and probably the best use of it. And that's why when they say they're not going to be used in the intelligence community, that makes no sense. Because if we want to be fighting these wars well, we should be using AI to identify targets in Iran. Not by not having a human in the loop, which was another controversy in the OpenAI matter. It's like, yeah, you should have a human in the loop to verify the AI output, but having the AI give you some initial kind of efforts at that is a very smart thing, and that is how it's being used.
And then I know that people are concerned AI is going to be taking people's jobs at a rapid rate. Do you think it will take the jobs of military, of boots on the ground, where we would see less boots on the ground and then AI would be used? I know Anthropic didn't want their AI to be used for autonomous weapons, but do you think we would see something like that where there's less military, more AI?
I think you already are seeing that. There have been reports in the Wall Street Journal, for example, that what took 200 people 5 years ago now takes 20 people in terms of like bringing all these intelligence sources together and helping like getting a common operating picture in theater. So I think you're already seeing AI replace a lot of people. And again, that's a good thing. We want fewer boots on the ground where possible. But I think you're already seeing a lot of that in this war as AI is having a big impact already.
And then what are you looking out for next in this battle when it comes to Anthropic, the Department of War, the Trump administration, and now OpenAI?
I think there has to be a larger public debate, and Congress, because of this controversy, is now seized of this matter too, about what is the lawful use of AI. That's really what this controversy is about, is what is lawful use in the Department of War's idea in their mind is probably pretty objectionable to many Americans. As I mentioned, creating dossiers on American citizens. They consider that perfectly permissible. Is it? Should it be? Again, if that's what the law allows today, there's going to be a question of like, should the law continue to permit it now that AI has supercharged the ability to make connections across databases? So I think that's what we're going to see next, is over the next 8 or 9 months, even on the campaign trail, you're going to see people talking about like mass surveillance. Are we okay with this or not? What is lawful use? And I think in my own mind, Congress needs to tighten up those definitions quite a bit, and you're going to see some movement toward that.
And to that point, and I know we touched on this 2 weeks ago in a conversation that was similar, whose responsibility is it to put those guardrails on? Is it a company like Anthropic? Is it the administration? Is it Congress and other lawmakers? What does that look like to you?
I think Congress has the primary responsibility to put the guardrails in place. But the companies should have the right to not deal with the government if they choose not to accept those guardrails. So I don't think you can force Anthropic or OpenAI to work for the government. I think companies should. That's a great patriotic thing to do. But if for some reason you say, like, I don't want to do that, we should allow that. You shouldn't force them into it. You shouldn't try to kill the company if they choose not to do business with the government. But fundamentally, Congress has to set the right guardrails in place. It's very complicated, though, these legal questions. A lot of the work happens in a classified space, so it's hard to really know how the intelligence services are actually using it. So it's a hard thing for politicians to get a handle on, but it is a very important one.
Congressman, I appreciate the conversations as always. And I mean, AI is such a rapidly developing conversation. This is different than the conversation we had a week and a half ago. And I think we'll have plenty of more to come. So I hope you can join me again. Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks for having me on.